Assyrian Empire is probably one of the most interesting ancient nations, based of course in the Middle East. With different historical periods, it existed for almost 2000 years, and of course the starting date of Imperator Rome, yes, we are in Imperator Rome, it's already 300 years past its destruction. It's no longer existent. But we can start at this small nation Atropatene with Assyrian culture, which will let us recreate the Assyrian Empire. And that won't be an easy job, because we are starting as Zlewikk Empire tributary. So if we want to expand, we need to break out of it. We need to expand to nations that are bigger and stronger than us, and then we need to defeat the Zlewikk Empire to get the provinces needed from Assyrian nation. That won't be easy, but we love the challenges. And before we start, I always say that Imperator Rome is currently the most underrated Paradox interactive game. Because of that, I want to encourage you to play it, because I want buddies to play with. So I've got a giveaway for you. You can win an Imperator Rome key. All you have to do is to be subscribed to this channel, leave a like on this video, and comment it. Let's get into it. First of all, we need to break free from the Zlewikk Empire. To make so, I'll just go to influence and cancel our tribute. Then we need to find allies. That's gonna be for sure Albania and Armenia, and ideally also Armenia, but Armenia is gonna be harder. To make it happen, I'm gonna improve relations with them, and I'm gonna start building spy network on Atropatene, as you want the provinces. So we got the covert actions and fabricate claim. Then for the mission tree, you have the matter of Mesopotamia. So we want to expand over here, and the mission tree is of course, as always, some very great advantage of a game. Same like mission trees for EU4, they're amazing. This game is also having some mission trees, not as good as EU4, but it's a really nice one. Let me start it and let me consult the cards to get claims around us. We have 3 idea slots which I'll use to get some bonuses. For the military, it's gonna be morale of armies. For civic, I'll take the national commerce bonus, and finally from the religion, let it be the country civilization level. On our technologies, I'll use innovations to commerce and the military. First with the military, let me get the military provincial investment costs, basic training, discipline, and more discipline. Then on the civic, we'll get some bonuses to our economy. So let me take the import value, capital import routes, civic provincial investment cost, and additional capital import route. From the religion, I'll go for Asha. We are Zoroastrian, so it will be national commerce income increase, which will embrace our stonks. And from the economy, we need to find a way which will make the commerce as efficient as possible. It's right now 0.33, with this is 0.22, with this is 0.22 as well. So let me just stay in the middle, 0.45 already. And we need to enable automatic trade, because I'm not experienced enough to take care of that. With claim on Atropatene finished, I can attack them, and they will be held by Albania. But the thing is, I can call Iberia on my side, so those guys should do 1v1. I'll be doing 1v1 with those, theoretically. We'll see how it goes in reality. Let me declare the war. Then we have to go to the military tab, and we need to raise all of our levies. That's 6,000 of troops. I think it might not be enough to win this, so I need some mercs. Let me go to the mercenaries tab, and we need a small stat that we could actually afford. For example, this guy with this guts here, general. Let me recruit them. They're gonna start over here. They should get black flagged. We need to remember to get those guys to our other troops. In Imperator Rome, I don't have to carpet siege. That's one of the changes that I do actually like, because we just need to take the most important provinces with this little icon. This way I'm taking whole province occupied once I occupy this, and then we will need to focus on forts, and I believe this is a fort, and I don't see any other, so that's actually a fairly nice way to fully carpet siege this nation. When I'm about to take it down, the only fort they went after my fort, so that should be easy. I'll take this down and go and wipe them. They only have 4,000 troops here, I have 9,000 troops, and I'm still earning money. I don't understand. Iberia, okay, fine. Thank you that you occupied these provinces, but why did you occupy it for yourself? I won't be able to take these provinces for myself. Because of that, I need to rush other provinces over here, so they will not occupy it for themselves. I'm sending 6,000 to deal with my fort, and 3,000 will keep carpet sieging around. And of course they took down the fort on 30%, so I'll have to resist it, but that's fine, I'm occupying all the other lands in the meantime. So as there are no defenders, only 100, I can... Are there an assault here? Yes, okay. I keep forgetting usually that there's an assault in this game, so that's very useful. And let me go and take down this 4,000. That should be theoretically a easy battle. Oh, don't run away from your destiny, you can't. Okay, let's let them be movement locked, and I'll take them down on the fort, which should be even better for us. It's plains, there's not that much of a difference, but I would like to see a stack wipe. Yes, that's why I stacked these discipline bonuses. There it goes. I think Iberia got pushed back here, so I can still occupy this process for ourselves and take it in a peace deal. Let's try piecing this out. Can I take literally everything? I would like to take everything. Yes, I can. That's actually 60 aggressive expansion, so after this war I will have to take a little bit of a break, but that's fine. That's gonna increase our rank to regional power, so it will be more likely that Albania will accept our alliance. We need to establish governance in each province that we conquered, and as this is all the different culture than ours, I will make the governors that will be focused on the cultural assimilation. I also read on the internet that there's possible to, because I can't fight Zlewikk Empire, I have like completely no chance. The best way to fight them is to let them Minkplode, Zlewikk, however you can call it. And to cause that to happen, you need to kill the ruler. And to kill the ruler, you need to befriend someone from the court, and then you can try getting some intrigue to kill him. I'm gonna try it. Because of this little conquest, our own culture is only 21%. Majority of our culture is Iranian, which we need to convert to Assyrian. It's actually over 200 pops from the Kadusian culture, which I could accept. The rest of the cultures are pretty small, but this one is a major one, which after accepting will increase my amount of the levies significantly. So it needs to change the rights to become the nobles. Let me do that. That's gonna hurt the Assyrian culture a little bit, but this will be worth it. I just befriended no one else than the heir himself, Antiochus Seleucid. And right now, how am I supposed to try killing the ruler? If we go over here, foreign assassination, we need at least one friend in Seleucid Empire, must not be close related. See, this is what happens when you're not experienced enough in the game. You learn during it. So let me save more money, so I'm gonna befriend actually someone that is not a close relative to this guy. That was actually fairly easy to befriend Mr. Artaxiras. And let's see, can I right now try killing this guy? Foreign assassination. You see, this is how I'm learning the game. I'm testing things that I'm not aware of. So guys, if you have any great tips, I know that a lot of you are playing in Imperator Rome, even though you're not telling that to your friends. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Let me know in comments what I could improve in my gameplay. And now it's 2740 because I accepted Kadusian culture, and that should affect the amount of the troops that we can get significantly. See this? 13 different units now, right now it can be done from media. And what's more important for us is the pop assimilation speed. So more and more cultures will become our primary one. So let me build that in the major provinces of the empire. See, this way through the time, the amount of the Assyrian culture pops is increasing. It's 157 already, it was around 100. And I just found out a very nice feature. I can show where the pops from this culture are. You can see the same for the Kadusian or any other cultures that we want to check. I really love this feature about learning something new. I just found out that there's something like diplomatic stance that will give me an additional bonus to aggressive expansion decay. Aggressive expansion indicate that is something that will definitely help with that. So high time to get some province investments. I have 2 free, and let me get one for the local import route in our capital, and another one. We need more import routes. This bastard Zlewikk Empire is not only not imploding, but they're also killing Egypt.
No! God, please, no! No!
Can pick my first military tradition, which will be from the Persian traditions, and this is something very useful. Pop assimilation, speed, and migration attraction. Now the issue is Iberia is calling me to help them with Albania. You know why I don't want to do that? Because I want to conquer them myself once my AE goes down, which is sooner or later. Decline the offer. And with that, Armenia is actually accepting our alliance. My provinces are becoming really disloyal, so what I'm doing right now is changing the governing policy to the one that is actually increasing their happiness or the harsh treatment in order to keep them in check. Knowing the pure pain of aggressive expansion, I'm right now investing into oratory advantages, which is aggressive expansion impact, aggressive expansion change, another aggressive expansion impact, and in general decreased aggressive expansion. Then I'll invest a little bit into the religious one, which will be monthly rural popularity gain, and then I will go for the integrated culture happiness. As we took care of aggressive expansion, I'm gonna attack Lydia, Let me just make a claim on the province of Caucasian Albania. Part of strategy of fighting Zlewikk Empire, they don't want just to die, is to find allies, and Daha seems like something really useful against Bactria and Parthia. I'm not gonna call any allies because if they occupy the provinces they want them to take. So just go by myself, declare the war, and let's see, military, levies, raise all of them. Well, that's actually a decent amount of an army. Oh, I found 2,000 of the armies, that's a nice portrait. So let me just get them out of the map, just get out of my vision. I'll take this 9,000 troops once I win the battle, and I'll go take care of the freaking barbarians. Sir, could you really go out of my country? I don't really like barbarians. Thank you so much. Go, 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 go. You're running away. Oh, too bad, I'm just gonna wipe you in here. Now imagine what Roman Empire had with these barbarians. This is just one little stack. What if they were attacking from 100 different positions? That would be a little bit worse. How much expansion would be for fully annexing these guys? I think it should be a little bit less. Only 29 expansion. This is thanks to some bonuses that we gathered, and they are also simply smaller than the previous nation we killed. That's gonna give us Rock of Ages, more of armies, and state region happiness. Honestly, I'm thinking about breaking our alliance with Armenia. They're almost the same size as us, they're slightly bigger, but they have level 1 military tech, and they're useless. They're losing with some small miners over here. Dissolve the alliance, will take some time to reduce war exhaustion, and then we'll also take down Armenia. And by the way, we have a new military tradition to take, which would be light infantry offense, it would be war elephant defense, or it could be army tradition and hills combat bonus. Let me go for the hills combat bonus. You see how much money we've saved. Let me go for the royal guard over here, which can be taken because we are a regional power, and this allows me to recruit legions, so a standing army instead of the levies. So let me go to military, let me go to legions, and I'm gonna create the new one in Assyria. The new era has begun, and of course guys, as always, let me know if I'm doing something wrong. I probably am doing something wrong with this legion, but slowly we will be building this up. Minister Armenia, it's time for the war. They're not gonna call Cappadocia Paradies. So I think the two nations that I helped them fighting against, and that's gonna be conquest of Artsakh. Should we call our ally? I think we should be able to win without them. As you can see, they have tech 1, I have tech 4, so that should be an easy peasy. Let me just go and get all of the levies up. Tick. With this amount of the troops, I'm just gonna wipe them out of the map. You know, and just in case if something was happening, I have 1,000 ducats saved for the war, but I prefer to keep it for the war against Zlewikk Empire. They don't have many forts, so what I'm just going for the main province to main province, occupying them and avoiding battles. I think that's good that I just recruited the 6,000 mercs, because I feel like I might not have enough troops to fight them. We're gonna get outnumbered hard over here, but I believe in our army being completely devastated over here. Let me run away. You know what, I'm gonna call my ally after all. They have text 0, but troops are troops, just to carpet siege something. This means even more mercs. We need mercs because otherwise we're just getting outnumbered and outscaled. The allies are coming!
Gun knuckles for 8.
Rohan will answer.
That's gonna be far better than let me go start sieging down some of their provinces instead of only defending. I think that might be the first battle we are gonna win in this whole war. At what cost? At what cost, guys? We are slowly getting this war into our side, but it really cost us all of our resources. I think with those few provinces occupied, we should be good to go to peace out. If I take this region, this one, and this one. That's gonna be 57 August expansion. I should be able to manage this amount. Let me send the peace deal, and that makes our borders absolutely beautiful, and we now have 1.1 thousand pops, so only 4 times less than Zlewikk Empire. We also got to number 3 in the score rank, way below Pandya and Maria, so 2 boys in India. About that! Maurya is destroying Zlewikk Empire. I need to take some months, reduce our war exhaustion, save some money, and we're gonna all into Zlewikk Empire to form freaking Assyria. We can't really waste much time because we don't know when Maurya will change the mind about the war. This is why I'll right away recruit some mercs as they'll start reinforcing the morale before we actually declare. This is the first stack that will need 8,500. I'll let it reorganize before they join the war, and there should be one more army. These boys, let's recruit them as well and get them on the border. Okay, let's do this. Declare the war. That's gonna be conquest of Apolloniatis, which is on the border with us. And pray, guys. We need to pray. Let me go and recruit all of the levies. And we're gonna try winning that. First of all, this 3k goes here, this 8k goes here, this 6k goes there. All these small armies, I'll get them somehow on the main border, and these boys will start carpet sieging. So we have some positive balance. Let me also get higher army maintenance to make sure that I have high morale. And each of these situations is gonna be very useful. We can't be gentle. We need to get 200 ducats from this, and once I save a little bit more, I'll get another merc stack. Another 100 ducats. What I promised I'm gonna do. So let's recruit these boys that are actually here on the border, so it'll be easier. Let me just pay for them a little bit more so they reinforce the morale, and those two stacks will go together. There's a lot of micromanagement in defeating them, especially with this whole carpet siege, and using that they're busy with Mauria. But we are getting there. We are getting there with the war score. I need to also occupy this to form Assyria. I think we should be good to go to piece this out. Let me make sure that we have the promises for formation of Assyria. All of those. Pause the game. We started losing an important battle because I was unpaused. This is also 30 Fargas expansion. We already have a lot. That's gonna kill our country, but this is fine. What you do to form Assyria? So now let me go to decisions. Let's do this. Enact. Form Assyria. But it didn't change our color. I don't like the green one. But it's still Assyria. It didn't change our flag. At least we got the mission, which is control Apollinaris, which is migration, attraction, slave needed for surplus, and pop assimilation speed. Please do this. Now we also have to get rid of all of the troops that we are using, and it starts to save money. Zlewikk Empire also lost plenty of territories to Mauria, so maybe slowly, yeah, they've lost 300 pops. Slowly we'll get them out of being one of the strongest countries. Mauria has 6.7 thousand. I have almost 8,000. Egypt still has 2.7 thousand. Armenia is just such a big culture that we're having 500 pops. That's gonna be definitely worth to actually make them noble, which means that they will be one of our accepted and main cultures. There goes 100% culture integration. Of course, those two cultures' happiness decreased, but those guys' culture happiness definitely increased. So now we can start working on fixing our stability. Thanks to this, our legion capacity is right now 41. While for the levies, you can see that I could very easily recruit like 40 to 50k troops. Isn't that beautiful? This nation could even right now solo Zlewikk Empire. And I think, guys, this is gonna be the moment when I'm gonna finish this video, because we've played already a lot of years and still learning a lot of things. So guys, again, let me know in comments what kind of things I could improve in my gameplay. I love all of the tips, and if you do enjoy Imperator Rome stuff, remember to leave a like on this video, and of course remember with the giveaway, because we want to promote this game even more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.